the start of another episode. And if you're on YouTube and you see me in my car window waving my hand, you know I am not AI. Let's lock this car door. Here we go. I want to welcome everyone to Speaking Smashinese. And just so you know, Smashinese is a term I created in college that simply means the language of lovemaking, or the language of making out, or the language of intimacy. Permit me to walk across this street. If you're new here, you'll understand what I mean by walking across the street. And you'll understand what I mean by that bus that just drove by. Listen, guys, for most of us, college is a place where many of us begin to experiment and find who we wish to be in the bedroom. And I was no exception, okay? And I coined the term Smashinese at that time as a psychology student. I also want to add that if you are listening on an audio podcast and you can't see the visuals right now, I am actually walking right now in real time as I'm recording this podcast. I guess you can consider me your free walking buddy who loves to talk about relationships. Please consider walking with me while listening, because the fitness aspect, the fitness benefits of this podcast just might be the most important part. Today, we will look at why men are threatened by women who make more money. It's a thing. You didn't have to learn it from me. And of course, I don't like overgeneralizations, so I am not referring to all men. I hope you guys are walking, even if you're in your living room, even if you're home, walk in place. Okay, let's get it in. This is one of those conversations that can go sideways real fast if we're not careful. And I'm not here to bash men. I am a man. Okay? I'm not here to blame women. Not at all. Because I would have no problem being with a woman who's a billionaire. Okay? No problem at all. I'm just saying. I'm here to explain something. Okay? So that all of you can move smarter. Because I got a letter from a supporter who said she got into an argument with her boyfriend at work. At work over a promotion that would have tripled her salary and changed their lives together. She got into an argument. He brought the drama to her job, and she lost her job. Let that sink in, okay? Because this was not just an argument. It was a moment that cost her income. It cost her an opportunity. And it cost her momentum, right? When we work for a company and we get promoted, that's momentum. Who knows? She could have been on her way to being an executive one day, or even CEO. No one knows. Now, let's not play games here. Why would a promotion create conflict in a relationship between two people who are supposed to be supportive of each other? Why would success trigger tension? Let's put our psychology hats on and look at what's really happening. All of my students that are listening, undergrad, graduate students, please pay attention. What we're going to do first is define identity. That's where we're going to start. Identity just means how a person sees their role and their value. For many men, their identity has been tied to being the provider, being needed financially, and being the one who holds things down. Okay? So when a woman suddenly earns more, becomes more independent, or gains upward mobility, it can feel like a shift in that identity. And let me clarify. This conversation is not about men being insecure. This conversation is about what I call identity disruption. Look at it this way. Excuse me, guys. Picture a man who once was able to confidently say, I'm the one who provides for this family or this relationship. Yeah, that's me. Now, Mr. Confident, we'll call him Thomas, okay, for this show, has to process, she doesn't need me in the same way. That doesn't always come out as vulnerability. It often comes out, and when I say comes out, I mean manifests, okay? It often manifests as criticism. It can manifest or come out as tension or control. And in the case of our Speaking Smashinese community member today, it can manifest as what? As arguments. Could this happen to you? Do you really understand how success might emotionally affect your partner? I want you to listen so that you know what's going on. But think about that as well as we're walking. All right? But it's not always the man that changes, right? Let's just keep it real. So, what does that mean? Coach Sumo, Mr. Human Behavior Scientist man. That means let's flip it. Because this isn't a one-sided thing. Some women, when they level up financially, they become dismissive. They become less patient. They subtly shift power dynamics. Some get downright big-headed, downright arrogant. And now the man in the relationship feels like he's losing ground in the relationship. His role has been diminished. This is what we call a power shift, which is when roles or influence in a relationship change suddenly. And relationships don't always handle sudden shifts well. Think about harmony is usually what makes things work in a relationship. Think about your own relationships, past or present. You want that harmony, right? You want everything to just go smoothly. It doesn't all the time, but this is what we aspire to. So, what went wrong with our Speaking Smashinese community member? Let's call her Amber, but that's not her real name. Okay? And then if any of you guys write to me and want me to do an episode about your situation or your question, you can write to me anonymously. I don't even have to say your identity is safe with me. Okay? Just write to me anonymously. Don't give me a fake name in the beginning. All right? If that's what you want. But we have Amber, right? Let's talk about what likely happened with Amber. Not emotionally, right? Because we saw her triggered. I'm sure she was defending herself and she went off the rails. Okay? But we're going to resist taking sides and look at this situation structurally. I'm going to point out each mistake that was made in Amber's case that I can tell. I was not there. So based on the information that was given to me, I think it's necessary to qualify that. Mistake number 1. The argument happened at work. Ladies and gentlemen, chat. I still don't have a name for you guys yet. So I'm talking to whoever is listening right now. Work is a controlled environment. Work is supposed to be a professional environment. And since you have coworkers, cameras, and maybe customers, for most of us, work is observed. When you're there, you're not isolated. Other people can see you or hear you or both. Relationships should never spill over into the place where you work, okay? Never. I know that's a big word. Never. Mistake number 2 for little Miss Amber. Because the boyfriend brought the drama to Amber's job, there was no time for an emotional buffer. I'm going to change my route, guys. Landscapers are out. I know I'm keeping it real with recording in real time, but I at least need to be heard. I apologize for that. There was no time for an emotional buffer. A conversation like this or of this magnitude needs space. This is a serious conversation. A conversation like this needs timing. All right? You need to strategize for a conversation like this because it just could go south. It could be intense. Okay? And you need privacy. This is not a conversation that you should be having in the presence of other people, especially your co-workers. But in this case, it went off the rails. Well, she lost her job, so it went way off the rails, and it became reactive. Don't put yourself in that situation at your place of employment. Mistake number 3, Amber. I know you're listening. The moment took over. Emotions took over. One unnecessary moment wiped out everything Amber and her boyfriend had built. Because what's supposed to happen to the relationship now after he brought an argument to her job and she ended up losing not only her job but a promotion that was going to triple her salary? Don't touch me. Don't kiss me. Don't look at me. Matter of fact, just don't be with me. This is where her mind was. And let me pause right there. If you're new to the podcast, I'm pausing because what we do, we take breaks. They're not really breaks, okay? Only a psycho trainer or coach would say something like it's a break. But I owe you guys some push-ups. I want you to take an active break. We can call it that, or an active rest with me, right? I want you to Either do some push-ups. You don't have to do as many as I do. You can do more. It won't hurt my feelings, okay? You can do body weight squats. You can do box squats, which is sitting and standing on a bench or a boulder or a rock or a bus stop. It doesn't matter. You can do burpees if you're so inclined, okay? I cannot with my camera set up, but incorporate these with me every day and walk every day and watch what happens. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, do me a favor. 5, 6, while I'm catching my breath, 8, subscribe to the channel 11, or 12, download the podcast. 15, thanks. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I don't know what day you will hear this, what day of the week it'll be for you, obviously. But it's Friday for me. So I try to punish my body a little bit because I take at least one day off from push-ups, depending on how I feel on Saturday. It could be Saturday or it could be Sunday. And this is not overtraining, guys. I don't care what your personal trainer is telling you or has told you or what you heard from some fitness influencer online. Overtraining is when you do too much and don't allow your body to rest. But think about it. We're walking every day. As long as we're not walking 40 miles every day, it is impossible to overtrain. Okay? You just do just enough. It's going to help you in so many ways. So many ways. You do some box squats while I'm running my mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you're doing box squats with me, tighten your core, tighten your abs, okay? And it will begin to help your abs as well. Nothing like squats and push-ups and pull-ups, guys. But I have nowhere to do pull-ups. Was that 15? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm saying it was 15. It could have been more. I know it wasn't less. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I know you want me to continue with the juicy content, but remember, this podcast is about 2 things, all right? And I would say the more important thing is me being your free walking buddy, okay? I could do this forever if I were able to. All right? Make this activity part of your DNA. All right? Put music on over me if you have to. But I'm also opting for accountability because I don't want to just say what I did. I did this for 30 days or I did this for a year. If I do this for any amount of time, it will be documented forever. Excuse me, on YouTube and on this podcast. Okay? We went over, I hope I got through all of them. We went over the 3 mistakes that Amber made. And now we get into the deeper truth on this topic. This situation, when this happens in relationships, this power shift, this change in financial dynamic, right? When this happens, it appears to be about money. She is now making more money than he is. And I'm not flipping it because typically you don't have a woman going to some guy's job and starting a huge fight or argument because he got a promotion and he's going to make 3 times more money. It just doesn't happen that way. Okay? Because again, go to the beginning of the podcast, right? Men are seen historically, traditionally, right, as the providers. It doesn't mean that it always has to be that way or that it will always be that way. It doesn't mean that. So specifically, yes, this episode is about men finding themselves in this situation. Okay? But it's not about money. A woman suddenly making more money, I still said money, than a man is not about money. It's about how two people handle growth. Because growth has a tendency to test roles and challenge identity. And we always see it expose insecurity. And I know this could have happened to anyone. So while we're walking today, you probably want to know, Coach Sumo, what in burnt spaghetti sauce do I do if this happens to me? What do I say to my man? Let me flip that. What do I say to my man, my baby? Sorry about that, guys. But shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. And I know I can't sing. But ladies, you want to say something like, let's talk about how this changes things, right? And you want to say something like this when you are delivering this news, what should be good news, but may not be received as good news. Or what else? You could say something like, I want to understand how you feel. And you could remember to reassure your partner and let them know we're still a team. Often forgotten, but so critical. And here's what's weird. I don't know if you guys are thinking about it this way, but I certainly am. Keep in mind that all this confusion, Amber and her man, is coming from a really good thing, like something that's really good. Most of us would jump for joy if we found out that either ourselves or our partner was getting their salary tripled. Seriously? Come on now. It's a blessing. This is not a moment for public arguments or emotional reactions in professional spaces like work, people. And to all the guys that may be listening and walking with me right now, your partner finding success is not something that should be turned into a conflict. And I know that I said I don't like generalizations. However, that type of news should not be turned into a conflict. I'm at another bench, guys, just in case you can't see me, because you're on an audio platform. I owe you guys some more push-ups. What did I do? 50? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. That's another 50. If you're on YouTube, hop down into the comments and let me know what you decided to do, how far you walked, not necessarily distance, unless you have a tracker on you, but let me know if you walked the entire time. This is why I have the time badges on every single episode. Amber, back to you. When you hear my response to your message, and to let you know, I'm actually recording this one day after receiving your message. I don't know when it'll be posted yet, but I want to try to help you get your job back if you haven't done so yet, because that also creates a teaching moment where I might be able to help someone else, right? Someone else could be in a similar situation. And I'm doing it this way Because some people would just say it's over, right? But I want you to at least try, Amber. But how you approach your job matters. First and foremost, if you are fired because of something your significant other did, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, they are still your responsibility. I said it. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. You led them to your job, even if you didn't know they were coming there that day. Take immediate accountability for the entire situation. Amber, anyone else in a situation like this, talk to your job and do not make any excuses. That means 0 excuses. Do not blame your boyfriend, Amber. And if this is for someone else that's listening, don't blame your partner. Because you could be a male. Although you could still have a boyfriend. But you get what I'm saying. It is imperative that you own the behavior of yourself and your boyfriend in this situation, because it is your job. Out there in those streets, that fool, Amber, that fool is on his own. He is responsible for himself. But at your place of employment, you are responsible for the people that come there, that are close to you, but they come there because of you. You're responsible. That's the first step. Take freaking accountability. The next step, send a professional letter to the person who was charged with firing you. Not human resources, unless HR handles all of this type of stuff. And it was HR that also fired you. Okay? Your letter to them, the person that fired you, should be short. Your letter should be direct. It shouldn't be filled with a whole bunch of extra stuff. And most importantly, your letter should be mature. You could say something like, I want to sincerely apologize for my behavior. First sentence, you have to start with an apology. The first sentence. Don't try to be cute in reference to my recent firing. No. Apologize, okay? This shows remorse. This shows humility. This shows maturity, okay? Across the street, guys. Your letter. I want to sincerely apologize for my behavior. That moment, there's that word again, moment. That moment does not reflect my work ethic, who I am as a person, or my professionalism. I value the opportunity here and would be grateful for a chance to speak with you about moving forward. Don't say about getting my job back. All right? Moving forward sounds way more professional, way more mature, and it shows your thought process that as far as your job is concerned, you have a mindset of growth because you feel like you're an asset to the company and you want them to know that this is how you feel. Follow up that accountability statement with a request for a meeting. All right, so this is your next paragraph. And these are short paragraphs, a few sentences each. Try to get the meeting in person if possible. Why do I want you to belabor that point as opposed to a phone call or back and forth emails? Because I think like a psychologist, and I know the value of being able to see people's eyes, being able to see people's facial expressions, being able to see people's body language. There's value in that. And if you're sincere, you want them to see that you're sincere. Emails can't do this. Try to get the meeting in person if possible. You have one goal at this meeting. If they grant you the opportunity to come in and speak, right? They gotta do that first. All right? You must show maturity without appearing desperate. And that's difficult for a lot of people. But it has to happen this way. Make sure you demonstrate self-awareness. I need you to explain the firing, explain to the firing manager or the firing supervisor or the person who fired you. Explain to them. They need to know, right? Explain to them what happened. Like what really happened. What caused what happened, I should say. Let them know what you learned from the occurrence. And you must convince them that nothing like that will ever happen again. Again, don't sound desperate to your employer, right? But these parts you must do. You have to do. Now, Amber, here's the harsh truth and a serious reality check. You may not get your job back, okay? But what you can do is protect your reputation moving forward. Because this is also about that as well. Protect your reputation moving forward. And here's some additional advice for women that are out here walking with me right now, the women that are part of the community, okay? Protect your environment. Do not allow relationship conflict into your workplace. Did I say it clearly enough? And try to communicate growth early, before success hits. You know you're a beast. You know that you are headed to the top. You know what type of person you are. You know how the powers that be at your job, you know how they receive you. This is something that your partner won't see. And even if you tell them, right? Even if you relay this to them, pillow talk or on vacation or whatever, it won't hit them like it hits you because you're there. You're the recipient of all this love and accolades, right? So you know success is in your DNA. But before success actually hits, because we all have a road, a path to travel, talk about what change might look like if all of a sudden the relationship dynamic flips. It's okay for women to make more money than men. Reassure your partner that money will not change you. But, when that big payday finally comes, when your account is finally flooded, just suddenly flooded with cash, stay grounded in respect. Success should not turn into dominance. Success should not turn into dismissal. And for men and women listening, watch your partner's reactions, not their words. How someone reacts to your growth tells you everything you need to know about what's going on inside of them. And fellas, all my men out there listening, the dudes, okay? I know you want to be the breadwinner, but you must learn to redefine your value, because there are some brilliant, successful women out here in these streets. My guy, my dude, sir, you are more than what you provide financially. Do not do it yourself, and don't let anyone else reduce you to that thought. You are more than what you provide financially. Remember that, and learn to swallow your pride and lean into partnership. This is what a relationship is about. Lean into partnership. Your girl's or your wife's success is not your loss. But I'm not finished with you yet, guys. No. You're not getting off that easy. I just owe the community some push-ups on this beautiful day. Put the gloves on. You can see on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. I think we're up to 100, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1, 2, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 33, 4, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I'm outside. The allergies want to act up. So gravity teams up with my allergies. And when I do push-ups, my stupid nose wants to run. So I'm already sniffling out here in these streets. And then it intensifies when I'm doing my push-ups. Anyway, that was another 50. All right. As you finish up your active break from walking, I'm going to add some more box squats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Everyone, tell a friend about speaking Smashinese. Okay? You can see my agenda is totally different. I wanted this endeavor to be real and not only beneficial to you guys or anyone that chose to support me on a podcast platform or on YouTube, but I wanted it to be beneficial to myself as well. I am approaching the end of the 3rd week of doing this podcast. I'm loving it. I haven't missed a day walking. I've even had to deal with rain 2 or 3 times. I never even owned a raincoat. So I took my butt to Amazon and I ordered one. I ordered a rain case for my camera, which is just my phone. So I should say for my phone. I never had one, but that's me trying to take all of this seriously and make the most out of this podcast. I never cared if I got even 1 download or 1 subscriber, because I refresh my own memory so that I can be the best person in the relationships that I have. So I'm just reminding myself I have to do my homework, research, get my show notes in my head or print it out on a couple of pieces of paper. All right? Because you will forget things. Okay? Out here walking. That happens. But I think we left off at me getting all up in the dudes' faces. Okay? Guys. Not guys, everybody. I know I say guys a lot. Men, fellas, chill with the attitude. Speak to your partner. Don't react to a situation. Don't react to a situation. Express discomfort instead of creating conflict. It only makes things worse. You're not accomplishing anything. You are actively placing a wedge between you and your girl. And for everyone, the strongest relationships are not built on who makes more money. They're built on how two people handle change together. The way it's supposed to be is, feels so good when I'm finally walking downhill. I'm sorry guys, I can catch my breath. The way it's supposed to be, the way it's supposed to be is if your partner wins, you both win. Can I get an amen? If your partner wins, you both win. Because at the end of the day, opportunities will come and opportunities will go. Money will come, and all of you know, money will go. But how you handle moments like this defines your future. So protect your growth. Protect your environment. Ladies, protect your environment, your workplace. Fellas, protect your environment, your workplace, and never, ever let one emotional moment cost you something you worked so hard for. And I'm going to leave it right there for today. You are listening to the Speaking Smashinese podcast. I am your host, Coach Sumo. I am a real boy, like Pinocchio. I'm a real person. When AI is able to come out in these streets and smack away bees and mosquitoes and get out of breath on these hills, I don't know, maybe the world's going to end at that time. Okay? But thank you, AI, for helping me out with my YouTube thumbnails. But other than that, this is real, guys. All right? If you tell somebody about the show, let them know, hey, listen, the show is cool. I'm getting in shape. I'm feeling good. He's like a free personal trainer. He's like a free walking buddy. It's cool. But like right now, there's a bird above me somewhere in one of these trees in the woods over here. There may be helicopters, airplanes, dogs, people, loud cars, mufflers, right? You will hear all of that. Let people know that this is as real life as I can possibly make it. Walk with me, exercise with me, watch what happens. Watch how you feel in 3 months. Watch how you feel in 6 months. Watch how you feel in a year. Some of you might just think, okay, I didn't pay a thing for that. That was the best personal training situation I've ever had in my life. With that said, I will walk with you guys in the next episode. Be safe and ciao.